The president did speak to our chief Washington correspondent, Jon Karl, overnight. John joins us right now. John, the president promised to keep the United States out of foreign wars, but at this point, no modern president has ordered more military strikes against more countries than Donald Trump.
And I have to tell you, George, as I spoke to the president, he sounded to me like a president who feels invincible. He talked about the military strike he ordered last summer against the nuclear program in Iran. He talked about the operation to take out Nicolas Maduro in Venezuela and what he sees as a wildly successful attack now underway against Iran. He told me, quote, "Nobody could have done this but me, and you know that." In fact, George, he suggested that the success in Venezuela made him less likely to accept concessions in Iran that were offered in the final round of talks. He told me that a year ago he would have accepted what the Iranians offered, but, quote, "We have become spoiled."
But the president didn't offer a lot of clarity on what comes next.
No, he told me that he had been in touch with one member of the regime. He wouldn't say who it was, one surviving member. He suggested that before the strikes, he had identified possible candidates within the Iranian government who could take over the way Delcy Rodriguez did after Maduro was taken out in Venezuela. But he said the attack was so successful, it knocked out most of the candidates. It's not going to be anybody that we were thinking of because they are all dead. Second or third place is dead. As for how long this is going to go on, he said it could be he said he was planning for 4 or 5 weeks, could be longer, could be shorter.
And it's pretty clear this is personal for the president.
Well, look, in 2024, while Biden was president, U.S. intelligence believed that Iran was plotting to kill then-candidate Donald Trump. The Secret Service beefed up his security detail. Other precautionary measures were taken. That experience was clearly on his mind as he ordered the attack that killed the supreme leader. He told me, "I got him before he got me. They tried twice. Well, I got him first."
John.
So that's actually what I wanted to talk about, is that last comment about they tried to get me twice, but I got him first. Can somebody, MAGA, please explain what he meant by that? What twice? Now, when Biden was president, I knew about Iran actually putting a, multi-million-dollar price tag on Trump's head, basically saying that they would pay for anybody who would kill him. But to my knowledge, there was no attempts under... my understanding is that the two attempts that he's talking about, he's blamed on Democrats. Anybody else? Which brings me... It infuriates me that he plays these fucking games and divides us so much. Because it's not the Democrats. It's not the Democrats. It's his own decisions that have made him a target. The one in Pennsylvania, the assassination attempt by that young man in Pennsylvania, there's been evidence FBI has been able to dredge up from his social media and compute, his information on his devices, stored on his devices, that he was actually wanting to cause a civil war. It wasn't that the Democrats, he wasn't a radical leftist. And the second attempt that Democrats still get blamed for, the one at Mar-a-Lago when they arrested that man outside of the fence when Donald Trump was golfing, that man was upset with Donald Trump because of what was happening in Ukraine. Had nothing to do with a radical leftist. He had actually spent a lot of time in Ukraine and really identified with the men over there, and for whatever reason, felt compelled to intervene in that way. It wasn't anything that I am aware of. It's really interesting now that is there maybe evidence that they tried to contact Iran to obtain that money? If so, we haven't been told that. Or that Iran was working with them with the, with the agreement to pay them if they killed Donald Trump. That I am aware of. Nothing like that. There's been no evidence of that. So what does he mean, two? They tried twice. What does he mean by that? Or could it be that he's a fucking liar? Not only did we kill the Supreme Leader and lots of, I say we because it is also in my name. I am an American. I pay tax money. So if you do too, this is in your name also. But you know what else is in your name? That schoolhouse that was bombed. That over 100 schoolgirls were killed. We did that too. Do you care? That's in our name. That blood is in our hands. If you believe in heaven, when you get up to that gate, you're going to have to account for that. So am I. Why? Why did we do this? Why did we bomb Iran? Because Tulsi Gabbard went in front of Congress and said that Iran was not even close to making nuclear weapons.
The IC continues to assess that Iran is not building a nuclear weapon, and Supreme Leader Khamenei has not authorized the nuclear weapons program that he suspended in 2003. The IC continues to monitor closely if Tehran decides to reauthorize its nuclear weapons program.
She went in front of Congress and basically said that Iran they were still quite a ways away from being able to make nuclear weapons. And within months, we were bombing Iran, claiming that they had made nuclear weapons, without any evidence, I guess. And they don't have to account for anything. But after bombing Iran last May, Trump said that we had obliterated their nuclear capabilities.
A short time ago, the U.S. military carried out massive precision strikes on the 3 key nuclear facilities in the Iranian regime. Our objective was the destruction of Iran's nuclear enrichment capacity and a stop to the nuclear threat posed by the world's #1 state sponsor of terror. Tonight, I can report to the world that the strikes were a spectacular military success. Iran's key nuclear enrichment facilities have been completely and totally obliterated.
And look, now? And now what? Why? What is the imminent risk? Why did we go about this way? There's very specific steps in the Constitution to declaring war. I don't believe anything. I think that Trump is getting high off power in our names with our money. I think that if you have a tan or brown skin, or you live in another country, or you're from another country, actually, you know what? I don't think that any lives mean anything to him. It doesn't matter. It's just if you have tan or brown skin, your life means even less. And if you're from another country, you're not even seen as human. He's lying. I want to know, MAGA. Tell me in the comments. What two? They tried to kill me twice, and I got them first. What twice is he talking about? What twice? Or is this just another example of Trump's delusion? And you may say, well, he didn't mean it, or he's just trying to own the libs, or, he's delusional, and you elected him. And it's time to step up and do something about it. You need to speak up. Because from where I'm standing, our country means fuck all to you. You said I don't love my country? No, you don't love your fucking country.